Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, or something, could be random. And today I'm gonna talk about the final season of Victor Valentino. And probably it's one of the hardest reviews I have to do because I was just a fan of this show, but at the same time, it ended as a cliffhanger. And that's the thing, it sort of breaks me so much because this thing just needed one more season. That's all it needed just to complete the whole story, because it left so many questions on the table that they were sure they would get one more season to wrap everything up. Unfortunately, nobody counted off the merger of Warner Brothers and Discovery. Nobody is sure that actually could happen or should happen, but it's too late. You can't do anything. And that's one of the frustrating things, because this show is so underrated, so unappreciated, but at the same time, the reason why it's underrated, that allows so many creativities, because Cartoon Network was never looking at the show. There's always no, oh yes, it's semi-popular, we could keep going a couple more seasons. And this is the reason why they're allowed to be creatively. I mean, they get away so many messed up, like things that you wasn't surprised. I think one of the examples is one of the main leads dies in the very end of the series. I'm not gonna ruin for you if you've not seen the series, but one character dies, very personal character that you not realize they actually are doing it. I said it before, I said it a dozen times of other videos, that sometimes if you show a character dies, they show the weight of the series. They show this is real. And this is the thing I just enjoy. It's not the realness, it's the fact you care. Especially what happened to Taz, that he's one of those villains that was really good, but at the same time, Taz one of those villains that he thought was doing the right thing, because he trying to protect himself and everybody, because Victor Valentino, they're the ones who could be the ones who end them. But once more, that was just a predestined knowledge kind of thing. But once more, you don't know. But actually, they're the one who keep pushing Victor Valentino to do heroic things, to do the impossible. And that's sort of ironic. That's so interesting. Of course, I really love is Taz sort of kind of relation to his own brother, that he the one who kind of messed him up, the one who messed up all the rest of the gods who are hidden in plain sight, that you realize in this series Victor Valentino could be like half gods. Yeah, that's the thing, kind of blown my mind, in other words. Especially Victor Valentino is sort of an echo of Tess on his own brother, that I will not ruin it because I want you to see it. But once more, it's like seeing it as a mirror, how their problems are very similar to their problems. And that's just so interesting and creative way. Even though I have to admit, the series has its own flaws. I think one of the biggest flaws is Victor and Valentino themselves. Both of them are so heavy a flaw, you could easily dislike them. But at the same time, this is the reason you need both. One chop the other one when the other one goes too far. It's like said before, both of them need each other to actually work. And it does work so well. Especially all the dark stuff that Ashley does. I mean, god damn. They've done things that I wasn't sure they ever could do. One of the things is sort of the the children of the stars. They could take skins, rechain their bodies. They could actually show skin and bone rip themselves apart. Things that you think, oh, that's sort of a PG or rated R sort of scenario. No, this is PG. This is okay. Like, what the fuck? That's one of the things that kind of blow my way. They do sort of horrific, horrible, horror sort of point of views. It just works so well. But I love it even more. It does contribute so much of the lore of a Mexican folk story, or lore of the Aztecas, or myth or legends. They always do tribute to them once in a while and do their own spin. But sometimes I'm sort of surprised what kind of lore or what kind of famous people they use to show this series, because there were a lot of well-known Mexican actors were appearing in this series, or these homages of those characters to show on this show. But it kind of surprised me they just put them down, because it's so weird and strange to see a well-made Mexican actor from Mexico reappearing in the series, or they can have the person because they passed away. They use sort of an homage of that character. That's the thing, just sort of surprised me. This is the thing I just enjoy. It really trying to explain and explore everything about Mexican culture, and it does it so well. Even that they do a lot of creative ideas and twist them. Even like they're not the original stories or myth. They change it enough to make it passable nowadays. Because there are some myth and legends are a little bit too dark, but they still do them in a way just creative. Especially the ones are sort of cliche, like the Chupacabras or Llorona or La Chusa. Now, words, those three myth and legend characters, they twist in a way that is unique, but at the same time still the same characters you know and love in Mexican culture. It just sort of surprised me. They always go an extra step to show you the lore, show you the myth, and also take the very unique stand when they want to do with those characters. Especially Victor Valentino is one or two characters you could say you can hate them, but at the same time you like them or know someone like them, being that sort of snobbish or sort of asshole, but at the same time they need each other so well because what's more goes to that sort of family idea of a Mexican family. Family comes first because the very end and the very beginning, family is always there. Even you hate them, they always got your back. And that is just beautiful, at least for me. I don't know you, I don't know of your own culture, but I'm glad this show exists, even that it was sort of cut loose way too soon. At least needed one more season because that cliffhanger just frustrate me. But at the same time, I do felt the series was at least concluded close enough. We don't need every single answer to feel complete. I'll be nice, it was complete completely, but once more, it's what we got. Especially Mexican cartoons always get short end of the stick because believe it or not, Mexican cartoons are very rare, even in Mexico, because Mexico library of cartoons are very little. I mean, they're basically about 9 to 12 cartoons, not counting the reboots and reimaginings of the same cartoon over and over again, like the Egg franchise or the one of the Netflix they promoted for a long while ago, Legend Quest. Those only two franchises, they were basically worked so much to make them work. They did not have no money to put out those cartoons. They wanted to make it a success and need to work so much to make them hits. That's so amazing because no one willing to give them the money. You have to do it yourself nowadays. In Mexico, even that we don't have that much cartoons, no one wants to put money on that. No one sure how to do it the right way. And you see what I mean? I'm sort of frustrated to compare it to the Library of America or Library of Canadians. You can see those countries, they have at least, let's say, over 100 different titles of cartoons. And Mexican only have between 9, 12-ish. That's it. None of them actually brand new. All of them are basically between 40 years old. Some of them are semi brand new, but you get the idea. They are just so limited. This is why I'm sort of frustrated, angry, and at least satisfied at the same time. This actually exists. Give care what this show is about. Yeah, I'm frustrated, but at the same time satisfied, even that it was short-handed. But once again, that's just me. I'm trying to gather my thoughts because I still have so much anger and happiness. This show at least exists. But other than that, I got nothing really else to say. Just want to question him. Do you like this series? Do you know you've ever heard of it? Tell me down below. Let me know. Anything, I got nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.